Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Can I Speak My Truth? I'm your host, Miss Shanita, and the topic of discussion today is perimenopause. What can we expect? When is it going to happen? What exactly is it? And who's talking about it? And who's telling the truth about it? Today we're going to tap into all of those discussions right here on Can I Speak My Truth?
Going from being prepared to give birth to actually giving birth and then having that whole reproductive system shut down in menopause, right? The changes, the highs and lows and the hormonal shifts. There is power in that, but we were taught to be ashamed of it and to not even seek to understand it or explore it for our own edification, let alone to help the next generation.
More and more celebrities and women of influence are coming out and talking about their experience with perimenopause and what we can expect. What exactly is perimenopause?
Perimenopause is a transitional phase leading up to menopause, during which a woman's body can undergo various hormonal changes. In this process, you stop menstruating. This phase begins several years before menopause and can last up to a few months to several years.
Now that we got a clear picture on what perimenopause is, what is menopause? Menopause is the actual event of one thing happening, and that is when your menstrual cycle no longer comes monthly. It's a reproductive shutdown. You can no longer produce or have children. That is the act of menopause, and that happens in one day.
The same day he tells me, guess what, Hallie? You don't have herpes. I'm like, I don't have herpes? I'm like, why would you tell me I had herpes? Do you know what I just went through for the last 72 hours? He said, well, I don't know. That's what it looked like to me. And this is the moment when I realized something was going on with my body. I was in perimenopause. I did my own research. Even my doctor then didn't say, oh, my bad, it's not herpes, it's actually perimenopause, it's vagina atrophy and your vagina is dry, and that's what it is. And if you have sex, when your vagina is dry, you can tear up the inside of your vagina, and this is what it would look like. He didn't tell me that. I had to go do that research for myself and figure out what exactly was happening to me and what I could do for this vaginal atrophy so that I could continue to have a sex life with my partner. And that was the moment when I realized, if I had such little information, and I have the best doctors in California, and he had never even brought the subject of menopause, and the sexual part is one small part of it. There are much more health implications that go along with a woman going into menopause. But I thought, if I didn't have access to this information, how many women in the world don't have access to this? And how many women are suffering in silence? How many women are feeling ashamed? How many women don't talk to their doctors about it, or they get misdiagnosed? And that was a moment that I knew I had to stand up for myself, because by standing up for myself, I'd be standing up for every other woman.
I just want to talk about my experience with menopause. At first, I didn't know what was happening to me. I was having sort of like brain fogs and feeling kind of lightheaded sometimes, and I'm like, well, what was that? That was weird. So that is one symptom of perimenopause, and I'm in my 40s. I am not an old lady, and I'm having these symptoms. Okay, another symptom is odd menstrual cycles. They come whenever they want to. I have no calendar anymore on when it's going to come. I have an idea on when I think it might come, but my experience with it is it comes when it wants to come. Another symptom is flooding. Have you ever heard of flooding? It's like this actually happened this week, and I had to call off work. At nighttime, I started my menstrual. I stood up, and it just flooded. The floodgates just all down my leg. It was an event that I had never seen before. It was a massacre scene, seriously. And I hate to be so direct with it, but I want to get the younger women to understand, not even experience, because you're going to experience it when you experience it, but you have to expect these things to happen, and it's called flooding. So it happens, and it happened like overnight and all day, and then it just stopped. It was gone. Like, what was that? Why did it happen? Perimenopause. Another symptom of perimenopause is weight gain. I've gained about 10 to 15 pounds out the blue. I haven't done anything different. I eat healthy. I feel like I do. I am basically pescatarian, vegan, and vegetarian. I don't eat meat. I eat vegetables all day. I am active, so the weight gain is going to come, and there's really nothing we can do about it, and it's hard to get rid of. So that's another downside of perimenopause. Fatigue. Just tired for no reason, don't feel like doing anything, low libido, whatever that is. I guess you just don't feel like having relations. feel like having relations. I haven't reached that point yet, but I hear that is one of the symptoms, and it is actually one of the symptoms. I didn't hear it, but what else have I experienced with it? I said brain fog. I had the fatigue, the flooding, the weird cycles, hot flashes. Now, I think weight has a lot to do with hot flashes. I don't know for sure because I've seen or heard about women that are not overweight, and then women that are regular weight, and then women that are overweight. And I don't know if it is because your weight that you have more intense hot flashes. But at this point in my perimenopause stage, I've had hot flashes, but it's kind of like I heat up, but I'm not like need to stick my head into the freezer. But I've heard women say that, oh my God, I get so hot, I need to stick my head into the freezer. Another symptom is night sweats. I do wake up sometimes just sweaty, and I'm like, what is going on? I sleep with a fan, but sometimes it is uncomfortable. It's not like, I'm not like sweating down beating. I don't know if it's because I prayed years and years before perimenopause showed up in my life, that God, I skip it. I literally prayed this. I don't know if that's what happened, but my symptoms are not as severe as some that I've heard about, and I pray that they don't get that severe. So another one of my symptoms, possibly, what is it? I get irritated and I have mood swings, and I try to control those mood swings, but I have mood swings and anxiety, for sure. Anxiety is definitely part of perimenopause. I think it's important for men to understand. I have to clear my throat on this. Let me grab the mic. I think it is very important for men to understand when women are going through perimenopause and when we have reached menopause. Again, menopause is not the same as perimenopause. Perimenopause are the symptoms. Menopause is an event. And men need to be very, very understanding during this time, as we are with men. I think men go through their own menopause. I don't know what they call it, but they have their own issues as we age, okay? And so I think we both need to be very, very aware and sensitive during those stages, and understanding. Understanding. That's all we asking. That's all we asking, guys. And before I end this segment of Can I Speak My Truth, I just want to say on the topic of perimenopause, I'm having a brain fog as we speak because I forgot what I was going to say. Wait a minute, guys. Give me
Hello there. Just came back from my morning drop-off. This is for women. Strictly for the women. Men, you probably just want to stay out of this, but listen. Women of a certain age going through the menopausal situations. They call the early stages perimenopause. However, she didn't call before she came. She didn't write, not an email, nothing. She didn't follow me on Facebook, send me a request. She just showed up. Okay, if I can describe, for us women, for me, how this stage of life is beginning to feel, it feels like hot. It feels hot. It's hot. Even though it's cold outside, it's hot. It's hot at night. It's hot in them clothes. It's hot. I don't know if I had mentioned that it'd be hot. My stomach is hot right now. My stomach is starting to sweat right now. We pee a lot, especially at night when I'm trying to sleep, because I don't know if I mentioned or not, we don't also really get the best sleep right now. I don't know why. I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I want to rest, but I'm up. I'm awake.
I remember what I was going to say. Child, please just bear with me. I was going to say that perimenopause, I forgot what I was going to say. I remember now. All right, we need to embrace this stage in our life, and we need to age gracefully. There is no need to be upset with yourself because you've come to an age of perimenopause or when you reach menopause. This is an amazing time in your life. You have no periods no more. You don't have to worry about having children, for one. And I do notice that some women get angry at younger women for being younger. That's like, what? You know, like, that's weird. Hand over the torch if you may. You know what I mean? I'm not telling you to pack up your bags and just become this old hag or whatever like that. That's weird, right? Because we still have goals, we still have dreams, we still have aspiration, we are still beautiful women. And accept and gracefully go into the stage in your life and be the best you can. Still set goals, still be amazing, still raise your children, still be a beautiful human being. It is not the end of the world. You still can have a partner. You still can be in a normal relationship. Just embrace it. And sometimes you have to laugh at it. Yes, I've gained 15 pounds, 10 pounds. What am I going to do about it? I can get into the gym. I don't feel like it because I have fatigue. But when these symptoms get lighter and go away or whatever, I will get back to my normal self. Life does go on. And I have been told that by women ahead of me that have reached the event of menopause. Life goes on. They're not as needy anymore. The anxiety has dimmed and the light is shining again. So don't dim your light. Go into aging. Do it gracefully. Love yourself. And that's the end of this story of menopause, right? But I have more. So watch, keep watching. Next time on Can I Speak My Truth, I'm going to be talking about dating. Dating over 40. Why are men the way they are? My experiences with dating, especially on a dating app. You guys got to tune in for this because it's going to be juicy. It's going to be far from the whole menopause thing. I hope you enjoyed this message. But next week, like I said, we're going to be talking about dating and dating apps. What to expect, dating in Atlanta. What I need some more conversation from you guys. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'll see you next week.